It's a bit hard to admit, but there's more to life than gaming. Interestingly, Asus seems to get this with the new ROG Phone 8 and ROG Phone 8 Pro. They're in actual gaming phones, but they don't make a big fuss about it. You still get a sizable handset packed with abundant RAM and the latest chipset, along with capacitive triggers and an optional cooler for your intense gaming sessions. But now, there's a camera that's as good as the ones in top-notch phones and a design that's more about being practical than having flashy lights. This initial hands-on experience delves into crucial aspects, offering a glimpse of how Asus aims to entice regular phone users to join the republic of gamers. Performance. Both versions of the ROG Phone 8 come packed with the powerful Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chipset. However, the phone gains a lasting advantage due to its X-Mode performance profile. This feature enhances the speed of the Snapdragon chip, although it comes at the cost of the phone running warmer and consuming more power. The difference between the Pro and non-Pro ROG models lies in the memory department. The base model offers a single variant with 12 GB of RAM and 256 GB of storage, already a substantial capacity. On the other hand, the Pro variant provides a choice between 16 GB or 24 GB of RAM and 512 GB or 1 TB of storage, depending on whether you go for the regular Pro or the Pro Edition. Battery and charging. The Asus ROG Phone 8 and 8 Pro are equipped with a 5,500 mAh battery. This is slightly smaller than the 6,000 mAh capacity found in last year's ROG Phone 7. On the positive side, Asus maintains its 65-watt charging system, ensuring a rapid fill-up in just 39 minutes. Additionally, users can opt for the convenience of 15-watt wireless charging when in need of a slower yet cable-free top-up. Camera. Despite its gaming-focused nature, the Asus ROG Phone 8 takes an unexpectedly strong stance on camera capabilities, and it might be all the better for it. The primary camera, maintaining its 50-megapixel configuration from the previous ROG phone, now features gimbal stabilization. This enhancement promises smoother photo capturing and video recording, offering a unique advantage for action or tracking shots rarely found in other phones. Asus has also incorporated a 2x lossless mode into the main camera. This is a common feature in recent flagship phones like the Samsung Galaxy S23 series and the iPhone 15 Pro. The ultra-wide camera, retained from the ROG Phone 7, sports a 13-megapixel sensor with a new lens designed to minimize distortion. The notable upgrade this year is the introduction of a 32-megapixel 3x telephoto camera, replacing the macro sensor used in previous ROG phones. This significant improvement eliminates one of the primary drawbacks users had to contend with when opting for a gaming phone. It's a substantial transformation. However, there is a potential drawback as this telephoto camera captures 8-megapixel photos instead of the full 32-megapixel resolution, likely for improved image brightness and color through pixel binning. While this resolution is on the lower side compared to the 10-megapixel zoom shots from a Galaxy S23 or the 12-megapixel ones from an iPhone 15 Pro, it remains a noteworthy shift. Lastly, the ROG Phone 8 features a 32-megapixel selfie camera that, like the telephoto camera, captures 8-megapixel photos. Given the positive reception of the ROG Phone 7 selfie quality last year, there's optimism that this camera will perform well. Design and display. Whether you choose the Pro version or stick with the standard, the ROG Phone 8 has undergone a revamp, becoming lighter, shorter, and wider compared to the ROG Phone 7. However, the key features remain intact, including a 6.78-inch Full HD OLED display with a 120 Hz adaptive refresh rate, reaching a peak of 165 Hz for specific games. The display's peak brightness of 2,500 nits puts it in the league of top-tier phones like the Galaxy S23 Ultra and iPhone 15 Pro. The traditional top bezel of ROG phones has been replaced with a punch-hole camera, aligning with the contemporary design of recent Android phones. While this enhances the overall appearance, hardcore gamers might need to fine-tune the display settings to prevent the cutout from obstructing parts of the in-game interface. The design of the ROG Phone 8 Pro features a sharp-edged camera block and glossy accents on its matte textured back, subtly indicating its gaming lineage. The ROG Phone 8 also incorporates Gorilla Glass Victus 2 for additional screen protection. Color options for the ROG Phone 8 are somewhat limited, with the base model offering a choice between Rebel Gray or Glossy Phantom Black. Meanwhile, the Pro version is available only in the matte textured Phantom Black. Software and special features. With the unveiling of the ROG Phone 8 comes the introduction of a new clip-on cooler, the AeroActive Cooler X. This cooling accessory is included by default with the higher-priced Pro Edition, but is also available separately for $100. When connected to the ROG Phone 8's side USB-C port, the AeroActive Cooler X takes the already enhanced internal passive cooling system to the next level. On the software side, Asus emphasizes the new ROG Phone's background mode for games, enabling users to multitask while keeping the gaming experience uninterrupted. The device also boasts AI-assisted automatic game clip recording for capturing memorable gaming moments. Additionally, an AI grabber tool facilitates quick web searches of on-screen text within games, providing practical assistance for dealing with new or unexpected challenges. Running on Android 14, the ROG Phone's interface has been uniquely customized by Asus. However, a drawback is the limited software update schedule, covering only 2 years of full updates and 4 years of security updates. This stands in contrast to competitors, who now offer 4 years or more of full updates. Price. The standard ROG Phone 8 is available in a single variant with 12 GB RAM and 256 GB storage, priced at £949. For the ROG Phone 8 Pro, featuring a slightly different design along with 16 GB RAM and 512 GB storage, the cost is £1,099. There's also the ROG Phone Pro 8 Edition, offering a substantial upgrade to 24 GB RAM and 1 TB storage, and includes a complimentary AeroActive Cooler X accessory in the box, all for £1,299. These price points position Asus against competitors like the Galaxy S23 Plus and Galaxy S23 Ultra, OnePlus 12, the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and potentially the Pixel 8 Pro, depending on how you categorize pricing. With Asus' shift in approach for this year's model, the ROG Phone 8 aims to compete more comfortably with these mainstream flagship phones rather than just gaming-focused alternatives like the more budget-friendly Red Magic 9 Pro. So as it stands, the proposition of the Asus ROG Phone 8 is quite enticing. In theory, it promises to deliver all the comforts of mobile gaming we've come to expect from previous ROG phones, while minimizing the compromises on the overall performance that mainstream Android flagship phones excel at. Asus has indeed equipped the phone with the specifications to support this claim, although it's a drawback that the battery had to be reduced in size as a consequence. Additionally, the approach of using 32-megapixel sensors to capture 8-megapixel shots seems a bit peculiar, at least on paper. Nevertheless, the ROG Phone 8 retains the essential gaming credentials of a large, vibrant display, the latest chipset, and ample RAM. Even if Asus' strategy to attract more conventional smartphone buyers falls short, gaming enthusiasts should still find plenty to appreciate in this device.